Hey everybody, so here we are making my second video. In this video I'm going to talk a little bit more about the hard times that I had growing up during elementary school and that before I, you know, came out as transgender and became more comfortable with who I was. Um, so some of the things I'm going to say are things that none of my friends actually know, and definitely not things that my family knows. Um, just to clarify, there will be some things said about my family in this video, as you know, I want to be open and honest in these videos. So there are going to be some things said, and just so everybody knows, what is said in this video today doesn't change the fact that I love my family. You know, that was just a time in my life that things just didn't work, but you know, it doesn't change anything. Um, so growing up, I was very insecure about my body. I'm still insecure about it, but not as bad. You know, I found ways to deal with my insecurity. But growing up, I was very insecure. I had long hair that just didn't work for me. I wore girl clothes that didn't suit my figure. You know, I've got more of a boyish set, and so having to wear clothes that definitely were uncomfortable for me did not help my insecurity any whatsoever. Um, I was a victim of bullying, and by bullying I mean like bullying from every kid at school, teachers, and my parents even at home. But none of it actually started till about grade 5, when I made the conscious decision to start dressing like a boy. I took a chance. I figured, you know, hey, I'm gonna wear some boys' clothes today and see how that makes me feel. And so I did, and I felt great. The minute I put on those clothes and I saw myself in my bedroom mirror, my face lit up. You know, it was like a moment of victory for me, you know, and my confidence rose a little bit. My insecurity went away a little bit. It wasn't a huge change in that department, but I definitely felt more secure and more comfortable. Um, but didn't realize that what was now making me feel comfortable and more secure about my body would be the cause of some of the hardest times of my life. Uh, Going to school and that, you know, I walk with a natural limp, and of course, everybody knew about, you know, gangster style and everything. Um, Kids actually made fun of me when I went to school dressed like a boy and I walked with a limp. You know, people would walk behind me and mimic me and say, "Oh, Christy's trying to be gangster," or, you know, kids would say to me, "Well, why are you dressing like a boy? You're a girl, you know, dress like a girl. You're not a boy. You never were a boy. You never will be a boy." Um, you know, and it wasn't just harsh words either. Like, I actually got beat up, I got cornered, I got pushed around, and nobody cared. Nobody cared to actually help me or ask me what was going on, you know, and kids like that should never say things that make people feel worthless, you know, but they did, and I did feel worthless. Um, but it didn't just happen at school. It happened at home yet too. I started dressing like a boy almost every day. Um, and my parents were not thrilled about it. You know, they gave birth to a daughter and they wanted a daughter, and it seemed like now they were getting two sons, and now they've accepted the fact that they've always had two sons, but at the time it was not good. It was not good at all. Um, you know, my parents actually got mad at me for wearing boys' clothes. You know, they would tell me that out in public I have to dress like a girl because I am a girl. You know, when we would go and see my family, I had to dress like a girl. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we went out shopping and that, I wanted boys' clothes. I would always go to the boys' department, but I got dragged back to the girls' department, and no, it just I didn't like it. My insecurities came back, and when I did dress like a boy, you know, it was my parents looked at me with disgust. You know that feeling when your parents say they're disappointed in you, and it is the worst feeling, worse than saying I'm mad at you? They had the look of disgust and disappointment when they looked at me, and it made me feel like I betrayed them, made me feel like I ashamed them, because I finally found something that made me feel more comfortable with myself, and they didn't accept it. They didn't approve of it. They thought it was unacceptable, and it caused a lot of tension between me and my parents. And as I progressed in school and started dressing more and more like a boy, you know, and my parents became more upset about it, my feelings of disgust arrived. I started to feel worthless. I started to feel like I shouldn't have been born, that I was just letting everybody down, and that nobody cared about how I felt. Nobody cared that this is what made me happy, this is what made me feel comfortable, and they didn't care. I had to be what they wanted me to be. And it got so bad to the point that I actually became suicidal. I thought suicide every day, from the time that I woke up to the time that I went to bed, and every minute in between. I thought I should just end my life. I want to end my life. Nobody loves me, nobody respects me, and people don't approve that this is what makes me happy, that I am comfortable this way. So that was very hard. I cried so much through those years, and it just it didn't seem like it was going to get any easier. As a matter of fact, there were a few times I just almost threw in the towel, literally, and just gave in. Even if there were a few times when I was alone, if my parents and my brother were outside and I was alone in the house, had a knife in my hand or something, just something, any way that I could turn it to where I would just want to end my life. But I didn't, obviously, because I'm still here. But I would disappear from home even. I didn't feel safe in my own home because of how my parents treated me. I didn't want to go to school because I didn't want to deal with being cornered and pushed around anymore by kids. And when I had a chance, I would disappear and be by myself, and I would cry. And I would cry, and I would cry, and I would scream, and I would yell out to the sky, why me? Why me? What did I do that was so wrong? Why am I being punished, And just blaming myself because I thought this was my fault. And I remember that I used to pray. There was a little bit of strength inside me that didn't want to give up, a little bit of a fight inside of me that felt, you got to keep going, you got to push through this. But I had nobody there by my side. I had nobody in my corner, you guys, to guide me through this. Until one day I don't know what came over me. I prayed, and I prayed to God to make the pain stop. I asked him to make the pain go away, to stop these tears, and I asked him just to give me the strength and the courage to make it through another day. And I did that every day after that point. Every day I prayed, because every day it was just more hurt, it was more pain, and praying to him made me feel a little bit better inside. Didn't change the fact that I continued to dress like a boy. It's what made me happy. It's what made me feel less insecure about myself. But it was a very hard time in my life. And I never thought I would be the type of person that would contemplate suicide. I never thought that I would be the type of person that would pray asking for strength. And I never thought that I would ever cry so much in my life, but I did. And I look back on everything. When things now seem to get challenging, I always look back on that. You made it through all of that. I remind myself, I made it through all of that. I made it through being bullied and disrespected by my parents. I made it through being bullied and disrespected at school and treated like I was worthless, like I was nothing. Any challenges that are thrown my way now, I can take with a grain of salt. I know how to accomplish. I know how to overcome them. You know, I made it through the tough part already. So anyways, that's a little bit of a personal, in-depth look as to what my younger childhood years were like. Coming up on 11 minutes in this video already. Wow. So yeah, that's just the personal, in-depth look. The next video that I'll make will go more into, now that I've moved to Morden, you know, actually showing more of my my boyish style. You know, the boys' clothes became permanent, but now I was wanting to make other changes in my life, and how that affected my friends and everything. So we'll get into that later on. But anyways, thanks to everybody for watching my first video, and for all the likes and the comments, and for the messages saying that that video had had inspired you. I really hope that this video kind of let you guys into my world a little bit as to what I went through when I was younger. So please feel free, like this video, leave me comments, share this video. You know, you see this video, share it. Let other people on your Facebook accounts that I don't know, let them watch this video, you know. And of course, like usual, I'll post it on YouTube. And if anybody's got anything they want me to, that they would maybe like me to talk about, or, you know, anything like that, leave it in the comment box below. I'll make sure to read it, and who knows, maybe I'll do a video touching on a different topic. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Lots of love to ya.